So hello fellow Earthlings. This is Earthling 64555463728. And there's a song called We Are All Made of Stars that for me is a delicious thought to think about and to try to grasp that we are. Everything that exists that is not hydrogen or helium was made inside of a star. A star from a long, long time ago. And I mean, how inconceivable is it that all of our constituent elements were baked and cooked inside of a massive body, a massive interstellar body that exploded and spread all of those elements all throughout our area of space, our neck of the woods, to coalesce into the Earth and all the other planets and every single thing that we know. I mean, that's just amazing. You know, I already knew it and I understood it when I heard the song We Are All Made of Stars, but it's like you know something, you're aware of it. Yeah, all elements are made inside of stars. All elements except for hydrogen and helium are made inside of stars. But you don't really understand what that means. At the same time, though, I remember looking at a documentary where a guy, a billionaire, he purchased a number of asteroids that came from space and impacted on Earth, and he had a collection of them, and he loved to look at them. Where he was showing them in the documentary about his life, and he was like, yeah, these are billions of years old. And at the time, or maybe a while after, I thought to myself, but everything is billions of years old. You don't have to look at something that came from space or something that recently came from space to appreciate that it was billions of years old. Everything in existence is 13.8 billion years old. You're 13.8 billion years old. I am. Everything is 13.8 billion years old. And life is an unbroken stretch. So from the very moment that a living thing that was the ancestor of all living things was born, it has never died. I am that living thing that was born from wherever it was on the surface of the earth. There's no point where somebody, took a paddle or two electrodes and put it into a thing and remade me out of nothing. I am that original cell. You are. Every dogs, trees, ferns, everything is that original cell multiplied and reproduced. We are all 4-point-something billion years old. And each one of us, our genes come from a mother and father. So we are more than just one person. We are two people. We are our grandparents. We are 4 people. We are 8. We are 16. We are millions of people combined back into one person. And when we eat something and it becomes part of us, we are breathing life into something, and we're breathing life into air. Air becomes part of us, I guess it's oxygen becomes a part of us. And stuff that was dead becomes part of the plants and animals that we eat and becomes part of us. So, there are parts of us that are, well, if you can consider water 5 minutes old, there are parts of us that are a day old, 2 days old, the whole of your life old. Because the cells may be there, but the constituent elements come and go. The waste products are broken down and expelled from the cells into the bloodstream to become urine, or to become, to go to the liver to become bile. All of those things, they leak out of us every day and go back to being dead. And we breathe life into other things. I mean, if you think about it, if that initial cell that existed however many billions of years ago, if it had gotten a way to record its experiences, we would have the experience of countless generations at our disposal, but we don't. Our sperm and egg cells, they don't record, we don't put any information in there about what we experienced in life, but they're part of us, and through our children, they continue to exist. And, I made this into a performance that I did at a playhouse. And part of what I was saying was that when we are depressed, we feel that, oh, nobody loves us, and, everything is horrible, and we can't grasp all of the amazing ways that we came to be here. We are 30 trillion cells. 30 trillion cells make up the human body. I think something like billions and billions of brain cells make us up. And we have no idea exactly how our thoughts work. We don't understand how our cells work. We don't understand how our genes work. And we think, oh my God, I'm so depressed, I don't have friends. We are each, all of us, amazing. Like, very amazing. We are from a constituent amount of cells that we cannot even imagine. I mean, don't even talk about thousands, millions, billions, trillions of cells that make us up. We are millions of different entities blended into one creature through the history of all those sexual reproductive, instances. We are as old as the universe. We are as old as the first living cell that was ever on the planet. We really have no idea what it is to be us. We don't really think about it that often. We don't realize how, amazing we all are. And when you think about it, it's like this entity, whatever it is that we are, has never died until the moment that we die. That will be our first time actually dying in 4 point something, billion years. So it's amazing to look at the things that we don't really pay attention to, and to see how amazing what we think is commonplace really is. So, that said, how else can we fill up a couple more minutes that we have here? Because I am set to make each of these things at least 10 minutes long. Well, I had one of a reoccurring argument with my sister again, wherein I say stuff like, I can't believe after all of the things that I've done that when I make a suggestion and there's a time crunch that we have to go based on our feelings, I can't believe that you don't trust my judgment enough to say that, okay, yeah, you haven't led me wrong all these other times, so in this crunch time, I'll believe you. I guess that's one I should do about my. I was trying to help my sister to sell her house, and in the end, it worked out. It could have worked out a lot better, but in the end, it worked out, and I think it's something that I can learn and use for the future. Maybe I should write a little manual or something on it to see if it helps other people. I think it's something, because I had never been involved in selling a house before, and I wanted to do something that was not something that my sister had ever seen done, and she was against my suggestion. And I had to really, really, really try to convince her that, what I'm saying, it makes sense. Like I said, in the end, everything worked out well, I think. Not well as in fantastic, but well as in, it could have been better, but it's okay, All things considered, it was okay. I had a discussion with some friends of mine. We talk about our thoughts on the way that the world is going and stuff. I have one of my friends who labels me a pessimist. I think any one of you all who would have listened to stuff that I say might agree with that person. But the thing about it is that I don't know why we would expect things to be different from how they've turned out for, decades, centuries, millennia. I don't know why we would suddenly expect that human nature or living beings would be suddenly different. I don't know what's to look forward to in terms of certain things. When you want to look forward for something that's never happened before. But anyway, guys, wish me lucks. You can like or unlike. You can comment, tell me why either of those things were your thing. You can subscribe if you like, and or share. Peace.